I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, I really feel it's my time, think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get an NFT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground.
Welcome in, family. What's going on? How y'all doing on this here Trill Tuesday, baby? I hope everybody is having the most spectacular, wonderful, out of control, super happy, baller, player, just absolute spindiferous doggone Tuesday. Because it is Tuesday. A lot of folk coming back off the holidays. A lot of people coming off of a long weekend. Some of y'all might be back at work this morning. Some of y'all might got to go to work tonight. And like, damn, I want to go back this month. It happened. Life happened. But I'm going to go get over in the chat, baby. But it's another Trill Tuesday, so you know what that means, family. Come on. Come on now.
Here we go again.
Here we go again, baby. It's Trill Tuesday, family. How y'all doing? Let me get back over here to this chat. Speak to folk. Everybody who done come up off in here. Yes. Let's see who we got. Man, my man Ghetto. Shout out, bro. My fam from the Northwest. All the people. Boy, you better get in here and enjoy yourself. You sure better. That's what you better do. Let's see whoever we got. Man. Hashtag Ashy Gang Gang. Hashtag Purple Patch Crew. Ain't nobody but Unbiased LLC. Unbiased LLC. What's up, sis? How you doing? Welcome in. Thank you. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. And what? Hold on. Let me stick my pank out. Look who done graced us today. Young sister Shay Love up in here. How you doing, sis? How the family doing? We hope all is well. Thank you for being here, Shay Love. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. That's what you better do. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Shout out to sister. Thank you for being in here, Shay Love. Still got Ghetto with it. Bug Files family, what's up? How y'all doing well up yonder? Well, I say well up yonder. I talk like way over yonder and up yonder. Welcome in, Bug Files. How y'all doing? The family and the channel of discoveries out there exploring the world and doing their thing and bringing all that wonderful information on over to us. Thank y'all, family, on the TikTok machine as well. Not just here on the YT machine. They over on the TikTok machine too. By the way, it is Tuesday. Y'all know what Tuesday do. You know what Tuesday mean. Tuesday mean that around at 3:30 Texas time. I'm gonna let y'all do the math because I don't know where all of y'all at. Unbiased LLC should be going live here in a couple of hours this afternoon over on her channel. So y'all make sure y'all support, check out, follow Unbiased LLC. Please and a thank you. Who else? We got Strawberry 32. How you doing, family? Grand rising to you as well. Even though it's nighttime for us over here on the continent and in East Africa, it sure is. It's nighttime for us, but grand rising nonetheless. Salute, family. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Sure do. Who said? Who said? Oh, she said. She said is up in here, family. part of the hashtag BCIAC fam. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Y'all already know how it go down, man. Y'all are as y'all tip on off in here, excuse me. Please feel free to hold share this live out when you come on in. Ain't nobody gonna hold it against you. I ain't gonna hold it against you. Hey mama, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Welcome in here, young lady. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. You sure better. Mom, was it you? I think you dropped something recently. I'm still playing catch up. We playing catch up. Me and April, we both playing catch up over here trying to make sure we stay connected with everybody and everything they done did recently and all the new stuff that y'all dropping. Boy, it's a bunch of y'all to try to follow and keep up with. Hold on, y'all gotta plug something back in. It's a whole bunch of y'all to keep up with. We doing the best we can with what we got. But my goodness, it ain't but 24 hours in the day, baby. And they tend to go by fast. And that's something else we're gonna talk about tonight, family. Well, this morning for y'all, tonight for us. Mama says she lurking and working. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Loving me, Tracy Anderson. Miss Tracy, how you doing, young lady? Welcome in, welcome in. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Wellness with Frugal Mama. How you doing, sister? Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all make sure y'all check out Wellness with Frugal Mama and make sure y'all get on the podcast too now. Saturday nights, stateside, US time. Yeah, the Turner podcast. Y'all get over there and check out. Show that sister some love, support her and her family. And everybody support everybody. We all check out each other. My Renaissance grandma, I try not to beat a dead horse. It's gonna be some things y'all get tired of hearing your boy talk about. Probably. And one of them gonna be Wellness for Frugal Mama. Not Wellness for Frugal Mama, even though I'm gonna talk about her too. But my Renaissance grandma, man, y'all got to get on her products. I encourage any and everybody, the seasonings and the soaps and everything else. Put it in your life. Put it in your life. I don't care whether y'all got mosquitoes or not. If you wash real good with her soap, boy, I'm telling you, I can't get over that because I don't personally like putting chemicals on me if I don't have to. I've done that enough in my life. I love something natural if I can get my hands on it. A lot of my diet over here living in Africa is enough of a repellent, but I still got that Texas blood. You know, I guess it's sweet to them. I guess my flesh more tender. You can smell good and keep mosquitoes and other little critters and bugs away from you at the same time. Who'da thunk? Y'all check out my Renaissance grandma. Get you some of that soap and wash real good. Wash your feet and wash your legs too while you in there. Here, don't just get in there and douse yourself. Get in there and wash your legs and your feet and everything else with some of that my Renaissance grandma soap. And then you ain't even gotta come tell us. Don't come tell us. You won't give us testimony. You can give us testimony. Go over to her and tell her what her soap did for you. Cause I know, my goodness, my Texas folk, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, all y'all. Yeah, them mosquitoes is thereabouts. Who else? Rambo. How are you? Thank you for being here, bro. I was thinking about you earlier, right? Because I had business in Sussex. So I went to Sussex and I was like, oh, I wonder if Rambo is around. Maybe he's in like North London or something, right? So I started to give you a phone, but I said, let me phone my mate. But I got busy, so I didn't really have time to spin with you. So I left Sussex and I went thereabouts North London. But anyway, Bob's your uncle. Thank you for being here. Still got to go check my mail so we can discuss what we discussed. Nonetheless, chip and chip and a sip for Rambo Greenhands. It's only water. Like, I'm only drinking water. I don't know what you people think I'm drinking, but I'm only drinking water. There's no other like additives or like vodka or gin or nothing like that. It's only water. So chip chip and a sip for Rambo. Hmm. Who else we got off in here? Uh, hey Sassy. Hey Sassy. What's up, Sassy? The experience with Sassy. How you doing, young lady? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Happy Mac, what's going on, family? How y'all doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Y'all, this is a show about nothing. It really is. I gotta be honest. Hell, I don't like lying to myself, and I don't like lying to other people. So why would I put an expectation set for myself that I wouldn't, pass on to y'all? Look here, man. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some stuff. But it ain't nothing specific. Usually I like to come with a topic and we get deep into it, and sometimes it be a little heavy, sometimes it be a little light. But today, it's a show about nothing. I ain't even gonna be here that long, family. I want y'all to watch me for a little while and then rest up, maybe get you a sandwich, maybe a couple crackers and some summer sausage, piece of whole head cheese or something, and then get ready to go on over and check out Unbiased LLC coming on later today, 3:30 Central, hashtag Texas time. And, excuse me, it's Tuesday, so GG Natural Homestead got that live at 5 action popping, family. Yes, 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 yes. Uh, Yeah. Let me get over here a little bit. I'm on I'm gonna run this real quick while we talking, while we chopping it up, while people still coming in before we get into this conversation about nothing. I ain't gonna now this is it's a I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, but I want to say, family, life is real. Life is oftentimes difficult, come with a whole slew of disappointments and uncertainties. We all get beat up a little bit by it, but we also laugh along the way. Most of us tend to find some kind of joy in something. It might be a friend, it might be a cousin, a brother, a sister, an uncle, an auntie, a co-worker, a hobby, something. It might, for a whole bunch of people off in here, it's your garden, it's your projects, it's your homesteading. It might be some of your livestock you got. Hell, it might be your dog. We have to remind and encourage one another that this world is gonna be this world, and this life gonna be this life, and this life gonna keep lifing. But we got to find the good in something, man. I know a lot of people. I was talking to what's up, G Mama Groves? How you doing, young lady? Welcome in. G Mama, you better get in here and enjoy yourself. Hell. And don't be bashful by coming up here, because you see, you will go up on my, by the way, shout out my sister Urban Gardening Chronicles. I said, well, damn. G Mama, man, you go over there and come up there and talk and be laughing and cracking jokes and hee. And I said, well, damn, G Mama, you better come up here whenever you get ready. But my bigger point is, family, I was talking to Official J. Me and a whole lot of other people. A lot of folk done said they ain't really about that news life. They don't watch the news. And I understand why. It's always some craziness and some foolishness going on in this world. It ain't never not been that way. The only difference between then, whenever then was, versus now, we got more access to it. We could literally watch it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everything wrong, everything going on. And I'm going to say that I don't think there's not benefit in that, in having access to information and knowledge and all of that. But damn, sometimes you got to unplug. Or not. I don't get in grown folk business. So I'm going to rephrase my previous statement. I have to unplug sometime. The subject matter that I was prepared to bring up tonight and talk about tonight, hell, it got me down a little bit. I said, well, damn, I'm just not in the mood. I don't want to, not only do I not want to hear this shit, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm a man that's capable, willing, and able to have complex and even difficult conversations. But today ain't one of them days. It's not a matter of avoidance. It's not an inacknowledgement or unacknowledgement of the gravity of some of the things that are happening and transpiring throughout the world. But damn, sometimes we just gotta chill out. Sometimes we just gotta chill out and like remember that it's equally as important to put that same energy into and focus on the joys in the world. And especially my people in the homesteading community, in the prepping community, it's rough out here, man. Because most of these people are the people who tend to pay the most attention to the behind the scenes stuff, to the stuff that other people don't like to either discuss at all. It's rough out here. It's rough out here, man. And I know a lot of people in the community have a really hard time sometimes pulling themselves away from the Guan Zone. I'm gonna drop this link in a minute because and the reason I'm dropping the link is, well, for one, hell, I want to. I'm grown. Last time I checked, but uh, to hear what other people think about not only what this nothing that we discussing, but what methods do you use to find some peace, some joy, some resolve, some happiness in this world in which we live, the world in which we live, because it's rough out here sometimes. Most of the time, actually. Um, I am gonna get to a few announcements real quick before I drop the link. If anybody want to come up or anybody want to share, but I am gonna ask y'all to, if you haven't already, and if you don't mind, as I always say, baby, no pressure, no pressure from me, baby. I ain't gonna hold it against you. I ain't gonna be mad at you. So if you want to share this live out, please, 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 please go ahead and share this live out. I'm gonna get to a few announcements and then we're gonna talk about some other stuff. So for one, shout out little bro, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. The Hypathon is in full effect. It's still not too late. Slide over, check out Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, and you can go to weightliftinggeek.com. Drop your email, bam, bam, bam. Shout out my man Vision Preparedness. Actually walked through the steps on a live over at Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Showed how easy it is, secured his spot. Bam, 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 bam. Y'all can do it too. There are a few places out here in this creative content of space to find a community that will help you almost immediately until you mess it up. You the only person who can. It's so many good folk out here. You the only person who can mess something like this up. It's a you thing, not a us or a them thing. Speaking of Vision Prepared, Vision is in the chat. What's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here, bro. Vision just did a live. I haven't. I again, it's a show about nothing. I ain't got a lot to kick it. I haven't watched it. I only saw it in the last few hours that he even did that live because I was asleep. Y'all, time difference is, it's a lot. But thank y'all for being here, spending y'all Tuesday morning with me. It's just I'm assuming it's recapping some of the event that he recently had, which was a bug out weekend, which was a success. Y'all go connect with this brother, check him out, check his channel out, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Like I said, Unbiased LLC and Unbiased LLC, GG Natural Homestead coming on later today. Y'all make sure y'all support them as well. Shout out my brother Eco Neighbor, Team Eco. What else I got? Oh, a regular meetup, RGG, a regular meetup. Look here, man, fam. It was so beautiful seeing Jason and Shanna. Jason actually came up on the live, which was like, because you know, some people they be busy, they working, they never. Yes, Vision said, yeah, it was a video of all the classes. There you go. There you go. Vision Preparedness, folks. Vision Preparedness. It was a video of all the different classes and stuff like that. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check my man out. I got to catch it myself. I haven't seen it yet. What else? Oh, yeah. RGG, Regular Gun Show, Billy, Erica, My Fly Family, Erica, My Fly Family, Shanna and Jason. Jason starting to put together content and he dropping content. Jason Ewing, step over there, check him out. I wish they was in here. They usually in here, but they're not in here tonight. They on the road, headed back to the West Coast from the East Coast from this event. So totally understand, totally get it. But shout out to y'all family. I'm glad y'all, it was so many people who had a blast. They had a blast. It was a really nice event. Which leads me to the next part. we still kind of gathering people's interest level in a country meetup. Cause me and April, you know what I'm saying, we got to get back to the house. We got to check on our family. We got to spend some time with family and loved ones, y'all included. And when we back at the house, man, we curious to know how many people would be interested in such a thing. And yes, we are planning a Texas meetup, aka a country meetup with African Dreaming. You can either reach us, you can reach Tori's Brain, or you can reach Big Rooster. Any of these channels, let us know uh, if it's something you kind of might maybe want to entertain or something. We haven't set a date yet because it might actually end up being next year. But if it ain't this year, it's gonna be next year. It all depends on how many people are even interested. And so far, the response has been kind of shocking. Like, yeah, it's been more people than we thought that would be willing to do something like that. But for the most part, that's pretty much it as far as announcements go. Everybody who has become a part of the podcast, we appreciate you. Thank you for uh, all your support. Thank you for becoming a listener. Thank you for everything. And if y'all not, we would really appreciate it if y'all got on over to Some Things and Some Stuff podcast over on Spotify and became a listener, because they changed the parameters on us so hard. It's a lot. It's a lot. And podcasting is way harder than being on YouTube because nobody can see you. I mean, podcasting over there. Of course, you got YouTube, but in so many ways, that's just it's just a live with a video with the moniker of a podcast. Doing it that way is a little bit more complicated and a little bit more difficult to gain viewership and subscribership. But nonetheless, on this show about nothing, we still got to be happy. I choose to be happy with the fact that it's about 4, 5, 7 different platforms you can be on if you want to. Some of the people that we follow got big followings over on what's that thing? Facebook. Some people are really heavy into Instagram, and we only see them here. Like but that's a blessing. It's like you got all the options, fam. That's the whole point I'm saying. Let me get ready to drop this link real quick, and I'm gonna drop this link and let anybody come up, and I'm really gonna kind of get into the conversation. We at the 30-minute mark. I ain't trying to keep folk all night. I ain't trying to keep y'all all. Oh, I understand, Ghetto. No worries, bro. It's a lot of people like that. It's people who I wish I could support in other ways now. Like, oh, by the way, y'all support Unbiased LLC over on the Instagram, not the Instagram machine, on doggone on TikTok. Sometimes she simulcast. She be going live and doing her sewing and doing all of that stuff. She'll do it over here on YT. She'll have it going over there on whatchamacallit. She just support each other cross platform as much as you. It's really important. But nah, it's all love, Ghetto. You good, bro. I got the link in the chat. What I'm really getting into and what I'm really talking about tonight, family. The world is crazy. It's always been crazy. It's getting crazier by the day, by the second, by the minute, by the week, by the hour. Find something that you find joy in. Find something that makes you happy. It don't have to make sense to nobody else. It ain't got to be okay with nobody else. But finding something that you love is so important for your overall well-being. What's up, Official J Mia? How you doing, sister? Welcome in, welcome in. Girl, you better get in here and enjoy yourself. That's what you better do. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. It's so many. The world is flooded with options. You could go this way, you could go that way, you could go that way, you could go this, whatever. Find something that make you happy and be okay with being in a moment of joy when the whole world is crashing around you. And the reason I say that and the reason I emphasize this point of view so strong, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Somebody who had their nightmare on Monday might look at you and wonder why the hell you smiling on Thursday. But the week before, you could have had your nightmare and be wondering why in the hell somebody smiling on Monday. Because it's always somebody else's turn. And this world we live in has a tendency to be discriminative in a really, really kind of unique and precise way. I've been through a lot of things in my life, like most of us have. And I don't know if y'all done ever noticed this self-recognition. What's up, Dan H? How you doing, family? Dan, you better get in here and enjoy yourself and be something about and what do you say? Mass holders in the house, always, always. Welcome in, family. Welcome in, welcome in. The inability to understand why somebody else may be in a moment of joy or happiness or fulfillment in this crazy ass world we live in. Be okay with being happy whenever you can find some happiness. And when the world whooping up on you real bad and you down and out and you feeling a little destitute, a little angst, a little frustration, or a lot of frustration, a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of where in the hell do I go from here and all of that. Be patient and grown enough to be happy for somebody who ain't at where you at in that moment. You never know. You done had a crappy day, and then you see somebody happy as hell on a Wednesday or on a Tuesday, and you like, man, why this going on? That's going on. We need to do this. Yeah, you're not wrong. We do need to do this, and we do need to do that. But at the same time, that person, that might be their first off day, and they done work 3 12 shift hours in a row. That might be their first off day, and they done work 6 days straight for 12 hours a day. You never know what somebody else going through. Don't let nobody steal your joy, and don't be the thief of others. It's real out here, family. I'm encouraging people to be happy to see somebody else smiling, to see somebody else find fulfillment, to see somebody else maybe even in a better position than you in currently, because it's always somebody else's turn. But it seems as though the motor world progressed and this happened, and we got access to all of these tons of information, the good, the bad, the in-between, the dumb, the silly, the stupid, the all of it. Folk getting discouraged from being happy. Dan H, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I'm going to put what Dan said on there because every time, first off, bro, thank you for dipping in and stopping by. By the way, family, as my man Vision always say, y'all share this live out if you can. If you want to, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. We ain't going to be on here all night. Could you imagine, take somebody like Dan? I haven't seen her in a while, but take somebody like, oh my goodness, I don't even see her no more. Not like we used to. Tech department busy. I call tech department and ask her, what's her name? Tammy. We have people message us sometimes behind the scene and they say that they look forward to us. And I'm sure everybody out here who content creators is people who look forward to y'all when y'all live. Take Dan H. Man, look here. Today is Tuesday. Dan at work. What if everybody ain't got the same schedule? What if damn off days is Wednesday and Thursday? You mad as hell, you bitter, you might be a neighbor or down the street or across the street or in the same complex or share a building or whatever. And every Wednesday, because it's hump day for everybody else, you mad and pissed off and can't wait till Friday and Dan Friday is on Wednesday. Dan happy as hell. He barbecuing and farting and making steaks and eating chili dogs and might have the music on a little bit and got family over and all. Like, sometimes in this life, y'all, it gets so hard and so complicated on us individually. We forget that other people in this world have lives outside of what our reality is. Oh, I see you, bro. You good? You good? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring my man in here. Let me bring my man up. Welcome in. Brother Vision Preparedness. How you doing, young man?
I'm doing good, sir. And yourself?
Man, doing great and hoping to get better.
I know that's
Doing
right.
great.
That's all we can do.
That's it. That's it. You see what the conversation is tonight, bro. And I remember, you know, of course, recently we had Father's Day, and even before Father's Day, I forget what weekend it was, because you not only do you work hard all the time, you also work on this YouTube stuff. And it was a few weekends ago. I remember you said, "Man, I'm on." Excuse me, it might even been some lamb or something. You said you were putting something on the grill. You were just kind of tuning out the world.
Yep.
Kids coming over. You're going to spend
Yep.
some time with the kids. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, bro.
Yep.
I think what you did is so important. I encourage everybody to do it. And what say you about the value and importance of kind of stepping away from this effed up reality we got and getting some grace and some refreshment? But go ahead, brother.
And that people, folks, everybody, we have to do that. You know, and I actually, even though it was Father's Day, you know, we had the bug out weekend a couple weeks ago, and I kind of backed off, you know, to say, hey, I need time to recuperate, catch up on what hadn't been done or what we put off because of the bug out weekend. We wanted to make sure that that was the number one priority. And then Father's Day rolled around, and you know, I'm really kind of trying to just chill for a minute, you know. And the crazy thing is, you know, I didn't have my live last Thursday or Saturday morning because I just needed some me time. And you know, I'm getting back in the grind tonight at 6:30. But folks, you got to take time for that mental wellness to shut the crazy world off.
Yeah.
And really deal with what's important. And as for me, that's family, that's worship, that's time to reflect and just chill for a minute to catch my breath before I jump back into doing stuff, because we're all busy.
Right.
you know,
Right.
but it's a good
Right.
thing. You have to take that mental break, you know, and you're right. Dan H is probably, like I always say, he's one of the hardest working brothers I know. And,
Man.
and he'll jump in on all my live, say, I'm listening, I'm at work, but I'm here. And, you know, I
Yes.
appreciate him and everybody else that does that, because I know life is busy. We
It
got
is.
kids, we got, you know, we got to fight with squirrels and snails. You know, I do that on the daily. You know, this morning I get up, it's raining. So I go out
Mm-hmm.
in the garden, and sure enough, snails is coming out and all this. You got to fight everybody. And I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. Then I got to work. And then I see this amazing topic you put up, a show about nothing, and the joy is something. And I said, see, he did it
Thank you.
again. But,
Yeah.
you know, we all have to take time to just sit back and breathe.
That's real, Vision. That's real, bro. I'm you know, we've had conversations, and this is one thing. It's like bittersweet a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
because it takes, when you're doing this content creation thing, the only people who truly understand you are other content creators.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so many of your supporters and so many of our supporters. By the way, welcome in, Miss Grace Gines. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. We also have people who don't create content, but for whatever reason, they still enjoy the channel. But when you say what you're saying, it's coming from a place of experience.
Yeah.
Um, you don't want to be absent too long,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, man, if you don't step away and step back periodically, it will wear you out.
That's right.
And that's just one example. But in this conversation, we talking about everybody life, your
Yeah.
general life, man.
Yeah.
Some of y'all ain't took a decent off day in a long time.
Right.
And, you
Right.
know, you need to be refreshed. You need to be reminded, and we also, this is something else I want to ask you about, Vision.
Yeah.
Uh, because a perfect man to talk to. You talk about a lot of heavy topics. We talk about a lot of heavy topics.
Mm-hmm.
Finding that balance in talking about uh less desirable, you could say, subject matter, and then still finding the time to do what you just recently did, which is get some me time, and after
Yep.
that, some family
Yep.
time, and
Yep.
then after that, a combination of both. What
Yep.
would be your advice to people, how they balance that and find that? Because I believe it to be an absolute necessary if you're
Yes.
gonna keep on living. Because
That's
stress is
true.
the number one killer.
Yeah. Stress is killer. The first thing I do is I refuse to watch the news,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because all they doing is teaching gloom and doom. Find
Yep.
something you enjoy doing. And here's the killer. And I love this. And this was one of those moments that I will remember when I turn 100 years old, hopefully.
Yeah.
So my son came over on Father's Day. We grilled, and the COO was here. We chilled, and me and my son sat down and watched cartoons.
That's
That
what's up.
that right
That's what's
there,
up. Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it didn't get no better. We were sitting there watching cartoons that we watched when he was little,
Right.
and we had an amazing time. And I caught out the corner of my eye. The COO was looking at us and just grinning.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's right. This is
Yeah.
what we do, because that's what we've always done when he was little." And we just sat there content as can be, and just had an amazing time doing nothing than what we enjoyed. But folks, the gist of that is, remember the small things. Remember the little things that used to bring
Yes.
us joy, that used to
Yeah.
relax us, where you can just sit back and you ain't got to worry about what's going on in the world, what the boss is screaming about, what the babies are hollering about, what your neighbors complaining about, what's going on out there in the world, and find you some peace and just sit
Absolutely.
there and breathe, baby. Because if you don't breathe, we gonna die.
Period, brother. Period.
So Ghetto asked, he said, I gotta know what cartoons. So back in the day, our favorite cartoon was Kick Bertowski. Okay. So American Daredevil. That right there, there was one episode where him and his brother, their parents went out to eat or went out for the night, and his brother was babysitting him. He wanted to leave, and he was like, "You ain't going nowhere. I'm running the show now." And they end up fighting. And if you don't know who Kick Bertowski is, look him up on YouTube. You got to watch that episode. To this day, we bust out laughing when we just talk about it. But we watched that, then we watched some SpongeBob, and we just chilled, and it was a great time, Ghetto. So yeah,
like my brother just said, it is the simple things that tend to often be most overlooked. I want to say to people coming in, Fiona's Life, Habari ya Gioni, Gioni and Gemma. It's what time is it? Yeah, it's okay, it's 7:58. So Salama karibu sana dada. Kidogo paste. It's a little later than Gioni. But thank you for being here, sister. We appreciate you. Steph Shockley came off in here. Thank you, Steph. Thank you for being here. Vision. I hope I didn't miss nobody else.
Let's see here.
Miss Grace Gines.
Miss Grace Gines.
Okay. Said everybody should take a mental health day and refresh your mind, appreciate life, love, and your loved ones. Absolutely. Yes. And that's what Vision was just speaking to. It don't have to be a big bombastic celebration every time. It don't have to be some over the top, all the pictures for the Instagram machine and all the little clips and shorts and videos for the YouTube machine. Sometimes sitting down with your family and just watching cartoons can be exactly the right recipe with all the ingredients to make a perfect meal of love. Me and April will sit down, man, and we done watched all the seasons all the way through. Every now and again, a couple times a year, we'll start Sanford and Son all over.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. We'll start the Jeffersons all over. And when Vision was saying what he was saying, I was listening to you and I was thinking about the nostalgic elements of it. Yeah. Because it's like when I watched the Jeffersons, being as old as I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 70s baby. And I can remember when my mama and my uncles and my cousin, when people actually dressed like that. I remember when the cars used to look like that. Hell, I might watch a couple episodes of the Golden Girls. You know, they always got that one shot where the car pull up in the driveway. Yeah. I remember one of my aunties had a car just like that. Like, family.
Right.
This is, you owe yourself that. Because the better you are, the better you can be for all the other people in your life. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Nah, you're right, folks. We got to take time to step back and enjoy life because the world wants to put us in the ground. And
for sure.
You have to really sit back and realize what is truly important to you. What's important to Jay may not be important to me. It may be important, but it may be more important to him in April. And I'm okay with that. So, you know, we all have to spend time to wind down and just do nothing. This morning I got up and got my laptop, went out in the 3-season room, bro, and it was raining.
Hey, hold it down for me real quick, Vision.
I got you. And it was raining. And I just sat there and listened to the rain, turned on my laptop, got to work, talked to my colleagues, figured out what we was doing for the day, working on a few things, and we good. But folks, it is vital to your mental and physical health that we slow down, step back, and enjoy life, because tomorrow is not promised. And I know we all have responsibilities, and we take care of those responsibilities. But every now and again, we have to step back and do what's best for us so that we can continue being the best for others. And Jason Hewing, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, you're right, Dan H. The sardines, I'm still trying to barter for a can of sardines from this brother, and he ain't giving none up. And I ain't mad at him, and that's okay. But I best believe when he lands foot on American soil, we're gonna open a can, get some crackers, and sit down and enjoy a can of sardines.
That's what's up. Hey, man, thank you for holding it, bro. I gotta
Absolutely.
man, you the only man thus far. Maybe you and Joe. It's getting close. Now, but I don't know. I don't share sardines easy, so you gotta mean something to me
I
for me to be
understand.
willing to share some sardines with you. But like, bro, I really want everybody in this live in this chat to understand. And I'm gonna talk about Jason and Shanna here in a minute. And welcome in, my brother. Thank you. I hope if y'all traveling, be safe on that road.
Yes,
Tell Shanna
indeed.
we said hey and thank y'all for being here. But some I want y'all to really think about, because Bug Out Weekend was an absolute success.
Yes.
This is this brother first time putting together something like this, to my knowledge,
Yeah.
and I don't think folk understand what all comes with this.
That's right.
Now, I told y'all can reach out to Tory and y'all can reach out to Big Rooster, but I've said publicly and openly, this is one of the people who I will seek advisement from on the ins and outs and the expectations of what all come. Y'all, we still in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't set a date yet, but we trying to plan a country meetup when we get back to Texas. And it's already more people emailing and commenting and asking questions and saying they coming than I personally could have imagined. I said all that to say, y'all don't think this man deserve a little time off if he wanted to after you done put together something like that, and just having the conversations I've had with him.
Mm-hmm.
You got people who do things, and then you got people who half-ass do things. From everything I've heard and everything that I saw,
Yeah.
you're a watcher. You
Yeah.
oversee. You make sure everybody good. You
Yeah.
watching. You doing. You go, and then the build up before the actual event even go down.
Yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
after something like that, man, I would have. Shit, yeah, you could go on a cruise for all I care. I think you earned it. I think you earned
Right.
it, bro.
Right. That's just my nature, and I've always been like that. That whole weekend, I had to give shout outs to all the guys and ladies that volunteered and taught classes, because that
Mm-hmm.
was key. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody came in and came through and hit a home run on that. And, because I'm running around making sure folks got everything they need. And,
Right.
if
Right.
something they didn't have, if I didn't have it, I'm, going over to Dan H, Prepared Irishman, somebody saying, hey, can y'all take care of this? Or do you know how, or this or that? But it was a great weekend. And next year it's only going to be bigger.
Exactly. And Fed Up American, shout out
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Hey,
Fed Up American, everybody. Hudson Valley, all those guys.
Hudson Valley, that's something else, bro. I want to say this, y'all. Shout out my sister Gina versus Gina.
Yep.
A big lesson that she encourages and teaches, and it kind of reminds people of a lot. Don't be afraid to admit that you could use some help from time to time.
Yes.
I think Vision is more than capable of doing anything he want to do individually or solo. I think he can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole bug out weekend, the concept of it, the idea of it, the teaching, the lessons, the classes, there's more than one way to be unselfish. You can also be unselfish by allowing others to help you be the best you can be for the benefit of others and the greater good. And that's what you did, bro, because you could have said, hey, my show, my thing, I'm doing this like this. No, if you got more knowledge on this, if you got knowledge on that, and you want to come, like, bro, that is so important. That's extremely important. But the other part of it, getting back to the other part, I just had to say that. I had to put that in there because that's something that I saw and it meant a lot to me. But so many diseases, ailments, psychological, physical, are directly linked to the level of stress that we live under, which is underestimated and undercounted, in my opinion. Fiona's life says so many people are so stressed as they are caught up with being seen, being heard, buying materialism, keeping up with the Jones instead of being still. That, in a nutshell, is damn near the whole life, because this is a life about nothing.
Exactly.
This is a life about nothing. But the joy is something.
Yeah.
And you gotta find it. You gotta find it, bro.
And that's my most protected commodity about me is my peace.
Come on, man.
If you try to steal my peace, I will leave you in pieces.
There you go.
Because you're not going to steal my peace no matter what I got to do or where I go. I'm going to have my peace.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you see what Dan H said.
Yeah, that's my guy. Dan drove from Massachusetts.
Man, come on.
To the bug out weekend. And the thing I noticed about Dan, and I love this, Dan was never too far from me.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I look, Dan's making sure I'm okay. And he's observing everything that's going on. And he was more than willing. He probably did more than I did there with helping and talking and teaching and explaining to everybody. He helped me pack my truck back up because I ended up taking more home than I bought.
Yeah.
And we played 2 hours of Tetris trying to get all this stuff back in my truck. And he was there. And then had to drive 15 hours home.
Man.
So,
that's friendship. That is dedication.
Yeah.
And that is family. And I'm gonna say this too. And I sometimes, again, I ain't gonna get too deep into that tonight, but being of my hue and my complexion, being from the great state of Texas and living over here in Africa, people have certain assumptions about a person and they have certain expectations. I've reached a point in my life and I'm completely at peace and comfortable with it. And anybody who don't like it, damn it, don't like it. Bye. I miss you as a sub, but tear your ass. Bye.
Yeah.
Because what family is and what family means, yes, you have biological components.
Yeah.
Yep. But you also have the people who show up for you, the people who are there for you, the people who support you more than even some of your own flesh and blood will.
That's right.
I refuse to continue to be delusional towards this fact. Family is family. Some of the people over here that we closest to, we not siblings. We ain't related.
Right.
But then we there for them and they're there for us.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, this is what the world is now. If you a crafter, some of y'all might be closer to some of your crafting friends and new family than you are to some of your own. Some of
Yeah.
y'all are in the some of us in the prepping community and homesteading community. We've built, made, and maintained relationships that it's easier to talk to some of y'all than it is some of your own family.
Exactly. Exactly.
It just is what it is.
Right. Yes.
I
Yes.
just I choose that route. Uh and I do it unapologetically. I make
Mm-hmm.
no qualms about it, no nothing. I'm gonna be there for the people who choose to be there for myself and my family, and hopefully we can be family. And we just gonna keep it pushing because
Right.
uh, somebody has to say it, which is why this is a show about nothing. Because the topic that I initially had set up to talk about, I just didn't want to do it because I'm burnt out a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
too
with you.
much. I'm
I'm
gonna
with
get
you.
back to it. We gonna talk about some more heavy stuff coming up. But
Yeah.
in this Trill Tuesday, I needed a damn break. I want to give y'all a break. I just want us to talk about the let's discuss parts of life, which is, damn it, it's still people out who love each other. It's
Yeah.
still good people in this world. There are some people left on this planet who really, whether they go about it the right way or not, don't mean you no harm, man.
Right.
We got to
And
start sounding the
yeah.
alarm on that shit, or everybody just gonna see everybody as a damn enemy.
Yeah.
But go ahead, brother. Go
And
ahead.
now what you doing today is exactly what I'm doing tonight. I don't want to get into nothing deep and
Okay.
heavy.
Okay.
I just want to come back and have a conversation with family and all my subscribers
Yeah.
and come together and talk about some stuff because we got most stuff to deal with, most stuff that's coming down the pipe, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to dive right into that right now,
Right. Right. Right.
but it's coming. Like you said, we gonna talk about it
Yeah, it's
because
coming.
we
Yeah.
we got multiple threats that the world is
Yeah.
throwing at us, and I want to see everybody succeed. But don't get it twisted. I do know that everybody may not succeed,
Right. Right.
but I
Exactly.
want to do everything that I can to help everybody succeed. So,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
That's it, bro. Y'all make what time you coming on tonight, bro?
6:30
6:30?
Eastern
6:30.
Standard Time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all be looking for vision, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I may or might not be asleep. Today, one of them days where I'm gonna chill with the tech department and we
Yes.
just gonna kind of chillax. It might be a catch you in the morning while I'm getting ready for my day type replay.
Right.
But I man, I gotta put what Odom said up here,
I was
bro.
just reading that. Exactly, Odom. Exactly.
Man.
And the world is still evil, Odom. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
within all of the evilness, there are some genuinely amazing, great people on this planet. And I will never deny that.
And you gotta ask yourself, which one do, because we all gonna miss out on something and we all gonna be introduced to something we could have lived without.
Correct.
I choose to ask myself, do I want to miss out on these good, beautiful, amazing people because of my preconceived notions, because of some of my past experience? Now, I'm willing to learn from the past and I don't forget it easily. As a matter of fact, I don't forget it at all. But what I'm not
Right.
going to do is exclude or turn away some of the best people in the world because of religion,
Right.
race.
Right.
As long as we share, now, one sticking point I do got, damn it, I need you to be about that life. I want you to be able to know how to work them tools, if you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you
Mm-hmm.
to be on that independence kind of lifestyle, homestay. And it ain't gotta be all people who outside of our genre because we don't have a specific genre. But if you a
Right.
good person, I don't know, you could be in the basket weaving.
Right.
I don't know. Unbiased LLC off in here. She can crack. She just made bucket hats and purses, clutch.
Hey, I need a seamstress because you never know. You need
You
clothes
never
repaired,
know.
clothes made, and please, man.
Exactly. I'm not finna miss out on that just because I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Y'all, we if you're not grounded and rooted in something, you will fall
Yeah.
for anything. Whatever you
Anything.
hear the most.
That's right.
Whatever you hear the most will become your new reality, and you'll be walking around here believing it and don't even understand why. I'm a
Right.
grown ass man. I'm not finna let nobody tell me what my reality is. Damn it,
Correct.
I choose it. I pick it. I decide who I want in my life and who I want to exclude. And if you have the base elements of a good person, because we all flawed, we all got some hiccups and stuff to work on. But nah, man,
Yeah.
and that's something else that I see. Vision, talk about this briefly as because we gonna talk about being happy and finding fulfillment a little bit before we wind it down. But what say you, sir, about latching on to, holding on to, and just being open enough to accept good people in your life, regardless of the way we've all been conditioned to see the reasons not to like or love or even give a chance to one another. What say you,
That's
sir?
very true. I was raised, first of all, my parents and my whole family, we got every hue under the sun in our family, period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, my parents made sure that we never judged anybody based on the color of their skin,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
the color of their skin has nothing to do with who they are. It just has a significance on what part of the planet their
Right.
ancestors came from, whether it's farther away from the sun or closer to the sun. Come on, y'all. Because at the end of the day, a man's a
Come on.
man no matter what color his skin is. So we treated
Right.
everybody equally, or tried to. You watch a person's character, you
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna listen to what you say, but I'm gonna watch more of what you do
Dude,
and
come
how
on,
you
bro. Come
and
on.
and and because what you do is going to base my opinion of how I treat you and what I allow you access to in my life.
Amen. Amen. Facts.
Because there's nothing more precious to me on this planet than my family. You
Mm-hmm.
mess with my family, I'm blowing up the block and do not care about collateral damage. Period.
That's
In the
it. That's it. That's it.
So, that comment Dan just talked about, he said if he when it came to the bug out weekend, he would have never had or met his family in Ohio. And that's true. And
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Shout out. What's up, my sister Urban? How them doing there?
everything God is
Urban
trying to
Garden Chronicle.
fighting with them
Y'all.
raccoons and chickens in Toronto. The
and
strut,
fighting the smoke up there. Fighting the
yeah,
smoke up there. You know, like I just, so now Urban done jumped in here. So now you got folk from Canada, Ohio, people in here from the West Coast, people from Massachusetts. We in Africa, y'all. This is I would encourage people not to allow skepticism
mm-hmm,
to ruin something so beautiful. By the way, Urban Gardener Chronicles, man, y'all can catch her on Saturdays. I think
yep,
she go on like an hour after Vision come on. Sometimes they may overlap. I say catch them both, but these are two people. Even when we got to catch them on the replay game, that we always try to support. We support.
yeah,
We there
yep.
for them. Because she bring fire and so do Vision,
Yeah,
and it's
she
always a
brings she
great
brings fire. admire. She keeps it real and won't hold back.
Yeah, at all. And don't care. She,
Right.
much like yourself, sir, don't give a damn if you really like it or not. Bye. And that's my philosophy to it.
You
Because
can click
the
that
thing
button.
is, you know what? Neither one of y'all are ever deliberately rude or
No.
mean or nothing like that. But at the same time, that's the beauty in having a platform. Shit. If you don't like what I'm saying, bye. It ain't personal. I'm not trying to attack nobody.
Right.
Sometimes people don't like hearing certain truths from different
Right.
perspectives.
Right.
So you even with that, if you and a lot of this boils down to maturity, y'all. Because this is one thing that requires maturity. To hear some stuff or some information you ain't never heard before, process it and pick out the meat and spit out the bones. And
Yeah.
even if you don't like somebody, the information they relaying to you might be the best thing you need in your life in that moment.
Exactly.
Y'all, man.
Don't judge a book by its cover. You got to get in between the pages and read it.
There you go. There you go. There you go. But I'm gonna say this, man. And you pretty much given an explanation. You've given a when and like you said, you don't watch most of the news that I consume is very different from most others with
Right.
regards to the fact that with us living abroad, uh I'm watching everything from because I'm in a different circumstance. So it's not like just local news or some of the major corporate news corporations in the States. I got to
Right.
see what's going on in Italy because it's right over there. I want
Yeah.
to see what's going on in Sudan because
Sudan
it's
was right.
literally a
Right.
country or two away. I got to see what's going on in South Africa, the
Yep.
UK. Everything impacts us over here currently.
Yes.
With that being said, how would you maybe articulate to people how you don't indulge in and get sucked in by the the hyperbole and the more hyperbolic elements of news and still manage to know what's going on around
Right.
you because that's important. You need to know what's going on around you
Absolutely.
without all the extra. So uh what's your methodology
So here's the thing. We all know that here in the United States, all the media outlets are owned by 6 companies. That's why you hear the same story verbatim
24 hours a day?
24 hours
Yeah.
a day, verbatim from each news outlet you hear. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
they're all painting a narrative that they want you to hear. And
Right.
so what I started doing, like you do now, Jay, where you're at, you got to know about different countries because everything affects you guys. I start listening to news about the United States from other countries to get their viewpoint
Mm-hmm.
and what they're saying. And I'm not going to name any outlets, but you gotta, when you start hearing the exact same story from, the 3-letter names and this and them and those and them and
Right. Right.
and Pookie and the boys, you gotta wonder. Wait a minute. All of them are saying the same thing.
Same thing. Yep.
So what's that telling me? That's telling me maybe I need to find another outlet as well to validate what I'm hearing, or maybe they're telling me something different. So I'll hear something, I'll let it go.
Yeah.
And if I need to know more, I start doing my research. Folks, do your own research. Just because John Brown says that it's going to rain today, I'm going to go check and see what Tom, Dick, and Harry are saying also.
Right.
And from there, I'm going to say, okay, so it's going to rain today.
Yep.
Yeah. But, don't get sucked into it and get consumed to where all you're doing is watching the news all day. because here's what's going to happen. You're going to start getting stressed out. You may have anxiety, you may have a panic attack, and you've fallen right into their game of what they want you to do and feel.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And you know, man, I couldn't have said it better, bro, because that's exactly what I do. Welcome in, DJ Ron. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Thank you.
My Renaissance grandma. Good to see you.
Yeah, Mama been in here. Thank you, Mama. I'm gonna get to her comment in next.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Ghetto said, I think news is like a pew pew, and each story is a different caliber. But at the end of the day, it's all a weapon aimed at me. Couldn't have said it, brother. Like, right. If y'all ever heard that old saying that a lie gets halfway around the world before the truth get a chance to put his pants on. Family, we already have preconceived notions and ideas about one another and lived experiences with regards to one another. It's so important for us to break down and treat each person individually, as Vision said earlier. Go by the person. Go by the person until a group becomes so large that they may be deserving of that judgment. Because if it's I say this, if you a B or a C or a biker gang or a LK or whatever, then you part of an organization that's done said this is who we are and this is what we do. So right. Okay, I can have a little bit of judgment, but if individually, y'all, I'm telling you, one of the worst things to do in life is miss out on good people. Right. Sonya Siegler, how you doing? Vision, did somebody else come in earlier? I can't remember who it was.
DJ Ron the mechanic.
Okay, it was DJ Ron, and I thought it was a lady had come up in here, but I guess maybe it was just Andre
Southgate.
Okay, Andre Southgate. What's good, bro?
Andre Southgate.
Welcome. Andre, welcome in, bro. Sorry we missed you, mate. Like, I'm sorry. So I'm here. I'm talking to Vision, right? So we got a deep conversation going, and it's like, you know, things happen, like your whatever. But anyway, Bob's your uncle. Thank you for being here. And right. So look here, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Andre Southgate as well as Rambo Greenhands in the UK.
Yeah.
We talking about news and this and that and all of that. Look here, man. It ain't one part of the world that I can go to and absorb any kind of news-related information that ain't looking grim at the moment.
Right.
I mean that. Everywhere. Right. That is why I'm encouraging people. This conversation is designed to encourage people to accept the fact that it may be a thin line, but there's a distinction and a difference between ignoring everything altogether versus still finding ways to know what's going on and still finding some joy and some happiness in life. Like yes. Vision said earlier, maybe y'all want to, I don't know, watch cartoons with your kid.
Yeah.
Maybe go mow the lawn. Maybe go fishing. Maybe go squirrel hunting. Maybe do something and step out of this crazy place in which we exist for just a moment and give yourself a reset and some relaxation. Because y'all, if in the words of Bobby Womack, if you think you lonely now, wait until tonight. And tonight ain't even here. It ain't even here yet, baby.
Exactly.
This is the precursor. It's just getting started.
Yes.
Y'all, man, unless you are paying attention, which can be a desolate and lonely place in which to exist. It's 2023. Wait till 2024. It ain't even, we ain't even in an election season yet.
Ooh, Lord, that in itself.
Come on, bro.
Man, y'all ain't seen nothing.
And it's finna get real.
it's about to get real quick. And
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is, if you ain't ready, shame on you. That's all I can say.
That's
And
it, bro.
y'all know me. I don't talk or preach or teach gloom and doom, and I never will. I
Right.
talk about be ready, stay ready, so you ain't got to
Exactly.
get ready.
Right. Right. And you know what? You saying that gives me. I got another question for you, bro. I got another
Yeah,
question for you. Now
yeah,
check this out. So I feel like you the type of man that has a pretty. By the way, welcome in everybody. DJ Ron, Miss Nancy, if she in the bushes listening somewhere. Everybody who in here, y'all, it's Tuesday, man. Drop that hashtag BCIAC as well
yeah.
as share this live out if you're feeling like it, if you want to. I'm gonna say this too.
Yep.
Vision. I think
Yes.
a time is coming where conversations like we having right now are gonna be fewer and farther in between. And here's why. Because
Hmm.
as I try to I don't try, I do. I get on here and I tell the truth. You get on your channel, you tell the truth. With the way the world is going, something that's even more complex and a little bit more complicated. How in the hell do you tell the truth to folks when it constantly get worse and worse hour by hour and minute by minute? It's a very difficult task to still be able to encourage people to step away, take a break, take some time. But everything around you is falling apart and changing in ways that it ain't changed in potentially centuries, and disseminate that information to your viewership and your followers. Talk about that, bro.
That's true. And here's where I draw the line. You know, I do not talk about anything that I'm not doing or practicing, period. So
Facts.
everything I talk about, I'm doing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I unless they coming over the hill or down the road,
Mm-hmm.
then it's time to put the plan into action.
Mm-hmm.
And and from there, folks, the only thing I can say is, number one, pray. That I am going to say that unapologetically. Pray.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Number two, we see this stuff coming and happening. If you
Yeah.
want to stick your head in the sand like an ostrich, go ahead. You're gonna have to deal with it, boo-boo, when it gets to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you can prep, you can plan, you can prepare, and you can see this. Stay ahead of the curve.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And be
You
ready for
absolutely right.
whatever comes at you. Period. And if you're not, that's okay. All I'm saying is do the best that you can.
Absolutely.
I
And
wish
what you
I
said,
had hundreds of millions of dollars. I'd be buying up everything and giving it away.
man, you and me both. That's probably why we ain't got hundreds of millions.
Exactly.
Cause we be doing that with it.
Right.
Instead of
I would be giving it away. I'd be like,
yep,
look, we having a
yep,
free giveaway. You need to be here on this date, and I don't care where you're coming from.
yep. And you know that's something that I think man, it's a real boy, the world is weird because I think it's people out there who would actually do that. And somehow or another, this world just kind of work out where they always don't never have that, hundreds of millions to give away because man, it's really hard to acknowledge and admit that there's a resistance to good in a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
Yeah.
Um, I noticed that and we never go too salacious or too crazy over here, but if
Right.
I get on talking about some not foolishness, but just some more kind of pop culture type topics, it blow up. It be a big deal. I get on here and I talk about a conversation we having right now. It never quite had the same oomph to it when you encouraging, when you uplifting, when you doing it like this, it's rough out here. And man, something else you said a while ago, I forget what it was because I talked about that first. But man, you said something I was gonna say something about, but I'm gonna read Dan H for everybody who listening and can't see the chat. I'm gonna read Dan H.
Cooking and living and cooking. Good to see y'all, family.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. By the way, we got Shanna up in here. We got Jason up in here. She just dropped her hashtag BCIC, so it should be in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all slide slide through and support Shanna and Jason Ewing, who just left, probably still on the road, just left the RGG meetup down there in Georgia, and they are an amazing couple.
Yeah,
Let me read what Dan H got. Dan H said, African at Vision, you won't be able to tell the truth forever. They will stop you at some point just because you're rocking back. And exactly, Dan, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. He verbalized it better than myself. That's exactly what I meant. Welcome in, Emmett.
Check
Go
your
ahead,
chat. Check your chat. You got money in the chat from growing what I eat.
Oh, okay. I ain't even seen it yet.
Appreciate you, bro.
We appreciate that, fam. Fiona said people don't want the truth. The truth is hard for them to comprehend and accept.
Right.
They feel safer living in chaos. That is also difficult, which makes, especially because y'all, let's accept the reality. Most people have reached the point where they get, I don't know, chaos is kind of, not only is it entertaining, it's addictive, and everything Fiona just said make 100% sense to me, because it's easier to get that kind of rush, that little high from being told whatever or confirmed in whatever ways, but the truth is a whole different monster.
And I can't watch that stuff on TV. You know, I can't watch what is it, My 900-Pound Life and Dr.
Right.
I can't do that. That stuff is, I'm like, please, there's more people, worse people off in the world, and I'm just trying to make it till tomorrow. I recognize it, but I don't need to consume it.
Right. Absolutely. And that is I'm trying to say this in the most balanced way, not even PC, but in the most balanced way possible. Especially for people who live in what most consider first world countries. Some of the ailments and diseases, and I say this because it get deep, because is most folk being poisoned day in and day out through what they consume? Absolutely.
Yes.
With that being said, there are certain things that are a consequence of luxuries afforded you.
Yes.
I think that being morbidly obese combined with, and I'm a big dude myself, being morbidly obese, and so you have the element of the inadequacy of what most people consume, combined with other luxuries that modern or more developed world environments create.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see all over the world. I say this in the most sensitive way possible. You don't see 600 and 700 and 800-pound people, and no offense to those people. My mother was a big lady. Most of the people in my life are bigger people. But damn, that comes with with access.
Right.
Access.
Yeah.
Access to a lot of stuff that's not good for you, that's readily available, You ain't even got to get up and walk to the corner store no more. You can have it brought straight to your house.
That's right.
And really suck down 60, 70,000 calories. And I don't know if y'all know the metrics of what consists in a calorie, but man, it's a lot. And then if you combine that, like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get to growing what I eat. Take a burger over here, right? Because when we get burgers the way we like them, we make them at the crib.
Yes.
You get ground meat, bread,
Yep.
fruits and vegetables, because a tomato is actually a fruit. So you got tomatoes and lettuce. Leave on, add on, or leave off the cheese. A burger technically should be one of the healthiest things you can consume because you got all the major food groups just right there.
Right.
The down part is the quality of those vegetables, the quality of that meat, the quality of that bread. Like, I mean, damn, in the UK, the bread Subway can't use the same bread that they use in the US.
Right.
They can't because of the stuff that's in it. It's like that part is what I'm talking about. But I know you got something to say, Vision. Let me get
go ahead and get him right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him right real quick, and then we're gonna come back and my man Vision gonna get y'all. Let's see here. There we go.
Go ahead, get it, George.
Yeah. My brother, thank you, growing what I eat. Thank you. One of our recent Friday faves. We appreciate that, brother. Thank you. But go ahead, Vision. I know you were gonna say something.
Shoot. Yeah. Oh, yes. And we all know that fast food is killing our people.
Fam.
There and I ain't naming no names, but there are fast food places out there that their burgers are not burgers. That meat is not meat. Them fries ain't potatoes.
Yep.
I can't stress it enough.
Yeah. There is actually, and then as Vision said, this unnamed place that we talking about, because we ain't said no name. We don't even look here. They literally there was such a push. Because I ain't gonna get on Cali. Cali got a lot going on right now. But this particular town in Cali is so bad that there is a notification. I saw this with my own eyes. I wasn't sure about it. I had to read up, never done a live on it, never talked about it. It's literally classified as a known carcinogen.
Yes.
So you walking into a place where what you finna consume is a known and available carcinogen, but it's so ingrained in the culture that people like, oh well.
Right.
Oh well.
Right.
Oh well. Vision, what do you do about that? What do you do about that, bro?
You have to make a conscious decision to stop consuming it. Just like there's a popular brand of orange juice that claimed to be 100% natural that was sued because it contains forever chemicals.
Well, I'll simply say this.
Exactly. Go right ahead.
I'll simply say this. Things can be marketed legally to completely dissuade and distort everything that you think about these entities, these restaurants, these brands of juice and whatever. So, and this the hard part, Vision. I want you to talk with me about this real quick.
Yeah.
So many people find joy in these products and in these companies, and they find nostalgia. How and in what ways, or what do you think will be the circumstance that will break that? Do you think it'll be generational? Do you think as new generations come along, they'll find out? Because a lot of people, when you tell people the truth and the reality, They get defensive because they feel like you personally attacking their joy, what they find love in. How do we do this, bro? How we do this?
First of all, you tell them in love because you truly care about them. And,
Right.
and you don't inundate them or bash them and beat them up. You just say, hey, do your own research. Look this up. This is what I found, and this is why I stopped using this or eating this or drinking this or whatever because of this. That's all we can do. You plant the seed, and they have to deal with it the best way they can, or suffer the consequences. Plain and simple. You know, for me and mine, I say, hey, we're not doing this no more. This is why. It's never because I say so. I put the information out, and I say, I'm not buying this anymore. And if you in love with it, handle it yourself, baby. But
that's it.
I'm not going to be the one or the major contributor to you either getting sick or worse because of some information I know. I can't let it go by.
Exactly. This is a great vision preparedness question. Astatine 85 said, since this is a talk about nothing, which it is, because it's a show about nothing. It's a whole show about nothing. Astatine 85, for everybody who's listening and not watching, asked, since this is a talk about nothing, does anyone have a customized bug out checklist by world region? Ergo, Australia. Australia bush is going to have much more poison than areas with big game danger. Now, check this out. Point of reference. Astatine 85 asked a great question. I'm gonna let Vision take most of that because he that guy. Now I'm over here in Africa. Yeah. Big game. I really could, like, you can really get messed up by a pack of hyenas. You could really get messed up by a pack of lions or, excuse me, a leopard.
Right.
Leopards could be out in 1 meter grass and you would never see them because they blend in somewhere. Only hunters, bush people who really know the area and the terrain even see them. And if you think those spots make them stand out, put them in some grass out in the Serengeti, and I bet they disappear. So big game threats are one thing. Australia scared the hell out of me. I don't even want to go to Australia because they got spiders bigger than my head that just be in people's house randomly. They got snakes that come through people's ceiling fans and up the toilets and stuff. They have some of the most venomous species of animal. And I don't know if because it's like if let's say the whole Pangea thing is real and everything that was one big continent broke off and all of them joints got isolated down there by themselves. But Australia got some really scary stuff. With all of that being said, I go over to my brother Vision Preparedness. How would you respond to this question? Because I think it's a great question, fam.
Does anyone have a customized bug out checklist by world region? Not that I know of, but since we're talking about Australia, you know, if you go check out AUS Lander info, he's a prepper from down under. He's one of my subs. I'm one of his subs, and we talk and communicate. You just have to find those preppers on YouTube in the other regions and ask them for, you know, what they check, what their checklist is. There's preppers in South America, but I personally don't have a checklist for the world regions because I'm more focused on what we deal with here in the United States. But I am aware of the other countries and some of the things they do over there. But you know, Astatine 85, you know, if you go check out these other preppers in other countries, you know, they can pretty much give you a checklist for what, you know, they bug out, what their plan of bugging out is, and the contents that they would use. That's the best
Absolutely.
info I can give you. Yeah.
And see, and that's an honest. See, that's what I'm talking about, family. That's what
Right.
I love and respect about this brother right here. When you come across people who know other people with a more in-depth level of expertise, because like he said, he focusing on Ohio and what's going on in the US. But
Yep.
he makes reference to people who may be able to help you. That's something we all need, man. Look for people who come at you like that,
Yeah.
because somebody who will tell you everything you want to hear, I have you hooking up solar underwater. I just shit. They out there. They do exist, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They
Yeah, they do.
but
Yes.
this next question, Urban Gardening Chronicle, well, it's a comment. And Urban, man, I've been waiting. I wanted to see if somebody else, because I
Yep.
talk about these topics so much. I saw a couple of videos and then I started and that's my thing. If I see a video, I don't just run with just a video. I have to do more in-depth research. I gotta go check out some stuff. I need some, it may not be a peer-reviewed article or a test or something like that, but there are tests out here about this, which is the origin of why this is even in the news. For
Right.
everybody who listening and can't see, Urban Gardening Chronicle said, I just read an article. Ground meat and vegetarian meat has traces of human DNA. So I guess when people fall into the machine, they grind them up too. Family, I cannot emphasize this enough. I know that there are a lot of people out there who are vegan. We even got some in the chat who are vegan.
Yep.
Y'all, I'm not going to name specific brands,
Right.
but if you getting what you assume to be, because that's how it's marketed, uh vegetarian, pre-made, whatever, you don't know what the hell you eat. Just
Right.
like if I go get a pack of ground beef, it might have some elk in it, a couple of zebra bones, some squirrel, a little bit of summer sausage. You just don't know what you getting no
Right.
more. Uh Unless you raise that animal, watch it be grass fed, slaughter it, process it down yourself, and put it in your freezer and or refrigerator, you don't know what all it consists of.
Yep.
This may sound outlandish to some, but what Urban Gardening Chronicles is saying is 100% true and accurate. I've seen that and even researched it. I just haven't. Y'all, this is the reason why this is a show about nothing. Because I just needed a break on Tuesday. I didn't want to
Yeah.
not come on, but at the
Right.
same time, I didn't want to go deep. By the way, if you want that deep conversation, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight, you can catch Vision Preparedness, and then y'all can have that conversation over there. But I'm gonna come back strong next week. But today, I just had to step back a little bit. But
With you.
Vision, what's your opinions on this, bro?
Oh, that's true. How many times you seen stories in the news? Folks go to fast food and they got fingers and toenails and hair in the food. Come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That comes
Yep.
down to know where your meat and food is coming from. That's why I talk about, if you have the means to raise your own chickens, goats, cows, squirrels, whatever it is, now you
Yeah.
know 100% where it comes from feed to slaughter to prepared to the table. You know where it's coming from. You know what's in it and what's it about. Plain and
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. Um, I've lived long enough to see, and I've said this before, bro, and you and
Yeah.
I have had conversations about this. It's amazing because a whole lot of stuff going on right now, especially since 2020. A whole lot of stuff going on right now is still conspiratorial. Now, in 2030, it ain't gonna be such a conspiracy no more.
Correct.
Stuff that was talked about in 2010 and 2012 and 2014 has come to pass, and all the dissenters and people who's, oh, y'all crazy, you hey, what's wrong with you? Just be happy, just enjoy life. That ain't going on, that ain't happening, y'all just crazy. But now I gotta get my little cricket sound back. All you hear is chirps.
Right.
All you hear is chirps. Because you know the quietest people in the world, people who'd have been proven wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing to say. It ain't
Right.
nothing to say. Because you have no rebuttal, you have no more dissent, you have nothing to argue. So you just fade to black and be real quiet. But Fiona said, people don't love or care about themselves. You have to have real love for yourself and for life to make better decisions. I do not disagree.
I
I
agree.
don't disagree at all.
Loving me, Tracy Anderson. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day today.
Hey, Miss Tracy. Yeah, Ghetto said they don't really care about us.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. That's true story. They don't.
Shout out Liz B. What's up, family? Welcome in,
Yep.
welcome in. How
Liz
you
B,
doing?
good to see you.
Urban Gardening Chronicle said when you paying for ground meat, you don't want cardboard and wood pulp.
That's true.
That facts.
That's true. That's
And
true story.
we just don't really know what we're getting, y'all. We got
Right.
12 minutes left, family. I'm gonna give everybody a chance. Everybody who in here, man, y'all in here. If y'all don't know each other, please drop your hashtag BCIAC. If too many people drop it at the first go round, and you don't see your channel pop up, drop it again. And I just want everybody to connect, get acquainted with one another. If you don't know one another already. Another good chat. I gotta ask, M&T Living and Cooking, are y'all going live later on tonight?
Nice.
If y'all going live, man, say something in the chat because I'm not at the bottom. I gotta catch up. Asatine said, I ain't a beaver. If they say meat or taters, that's what I'm expecting.
That's right.
That would ghetto.
Yeah, Ghetto. Right.
Yeah, you know, I eat beaver too. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think it's about. Oh, okay. That's the chat. That's the conversation within the chat. Let's see. Dan H said, African, you can market and advertise anything, but the second you guarantee it, you make yourself a target. I can sell you stuff and guarantee as crap, and it will be target. Yeah. When you come, that's one of the last remaining elements of how you can even be sued or held liable or anything, because laws have changed so much, things are so different that you could talk about whatever, market whatever, push whatever, and guarantee is one of those very profound words in the English language that can still hold you accountable. But because of some three-letter organizations that at government level, if you got enough money, it's called lobbying. It's called lobbying.
Right.
I mean, it's that simple. It ain't even hard. It's a matter of accepting it for what it is or for what it ain't.
Yep.
Dan H said, okay, I just read Dan H. And Vision, if you see something in here that grab you that you want to talk about.
Astantine85. Check out her comment.
Okay, let me get down here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Good Eats? As people came in, I didn't even realize, man.
Good to see you. Hope you doing well. Hope you eating good.
Welcome in, family.
Yeah. There you go.
What let's see here. Is this one?
Yes, that one.
Okay, Astantine85 said, I have to say that lives are always top notch and hard to work and listen without jumping in for commentary. Hey, good. We love it.
Right.
That's what we want, man. We love audience participation, and we try to make this engaging. Thank you, Miss Tracy Anderson, for still being in here. I just look. I don't just want to get up here and hear myself talk. I love, for one, my brother jumping in with me, adding to the conversation. And I love the whole idea of us having a conversation. If
Yep.
without minus that, it would just be my own personal dialogue and commentary. But I love hearing because I learn something every time I go live. If I can
Same
get
here.
something from y'all, exactly, and y'all can get something from me, it's a
Yep.
give and take. It's a learn, and I'll see. You see what Ghetto doing?
I
What's
know.
up,
I
bro? You
saw
good?
him.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
but
him.
see what he doing is he know I'm finna get off, so he gonna
Right.
jump up here in
So we're
another
gonna jump
hour
on. Yeah.
What's
and try
this
to trip.
12 minutes? What's this 12 minutes you talk of? Man, you still
I
got like
told
2
you,
hours to go, 3 hours to go.
nah, bro,
He got
nah,
he
nah.
got 7 minutes left.
VP
That's
ain't
it.
even ready to go live yet, man. You know you're gonna be live until he goes live. Come on, man.
Nah,
Right.
fam, nah. What's up, Ghetto? How you doing today, bro? Welcome in, welcome
I'm
in.
doing all right, man. I'm enjoying y'all's conversation.
Good. Good.
Our
Enjoying y'all's
conversation. You a
conversation.
part of it too, bro.
Right. Resilient Dad.
Rob.
Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well today. Tapping in from the Bay Area.
What's
Come
up,
on
family?
up,
How y'all
Resilient
doing?
Dad. Come on, man. We need
I
to
see
stretch
Okay,
now
this
bro.
out.
y'all trying to go another 4 hours now.
No. I'm gonna let my man talk. Now he probably gonna push us over 2 hours a little bit, but he ain't finna. Now I know what you're doing, Ghetto. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just surprised ain't nobody mentioned Seinfeld. Ain't there one of y'all ever watch Seinfeld? The show about
What you
nothing?
know about that, Ghetto? A show about nothing. What you
Show
do?
That's,
about
What you
nothing.
and
know about that?
not one person. I'm over here thinking like, dang, am I the only one? No, man, I'm enjoying our conversations. You notice how it always ends up veering deep though. Like, cause even though we having a conversation about nothing though, right? It still veers to the evil part. You know what I mean? Like that, but that's how we're conditioned.
Yep.
It's
But
like,
you can't let that lead or rule an individual's life unless they want it that way.
oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I'm just saying, like the system kind of pushes us. No matter what, we're still going to end up talking about it. Like I remember doing a lot of backstages and even live streams, and everybody's just exhausted about the CV stuff that was going on. We're just, all right, look, we ain't mentioning it. Nothing happened. Then all of a sudden, we having a 2 hour conversation about it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
the amount of news and stuff that they push towards us, it stays there. And that's my point is that's why it's important that we have our chill time. We need to relax within ourselves,
Yep.
whether it's cartoons, family, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to decompress.
Yeah. And when I, put up on my community tab, no live this week or Sunday, Dan H was the first one to comment and said, bruh, get you some you time. We'll still be
Yeah.
here. That's the
Yeah.
first thing he
Yep.
said. And I was like,
Yep.
see, that's family right there. He gets it.
Yeah.
That
Right.
understanding. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yep.
yeah, we got to, man. Like what Ghetto was just saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's I grew up and I mind you, at the risk of aging myself, I'll admit it.
Here he goes.
Nah, y'all already know. Being the one of the seniors on the senior on this panel. What's up, Blue Lotus Vibe by Miss Janita McLean? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. And I don't
Delusion
mind it.
is real. Delusion is real.
Whatever. I wear it with grace. I wear it with pride. I
Yes,
don't mind
you
being the
do.
oldest one
I'll
up
give
here.
you that. You do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just keep living, baby. Keep living. Miss
See,
Good East Homestead, how you doing, family? You still in here? Thank you. Look here, man. So I don't mind being the oldest dude up here, but I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna age myself a little bit, and it tie into what Ghetto was saying. Now, some of y'all don't remember this. One of our first TVs was a black and white TV. True story. I'm a '70s baby. Whole lot of y'all wasn't even around yet. I remember when the flow model, because they don't even make them no more. Everything flat screen and it's this thin and all and fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up in an area where you had flow models, and it was real big TV. And your grandma had wedding pictures and grandkid pictures and flowers and all kind of shit on the TV. It's just a whole bunch of stuff on the TV. And I remember when that stuff got moved because it broke and the little black and white TV went up on top of the big TV.
Right.
That happened over here too.
True story.
True story. True story. Now the thing is, back in them days, some of y'all don't know, because I know it's a lot of young folk in here. Some of y'all don't even know what analog is. The dial had 1 through 13 on it, and it had UHF and VHF. And now Vision laughing. Vision a few years younger than me, so he kind of remember. That's why he laughing. That's why he laughing. So,
man, Vision so old he remembers the silent movies. Shoot,
exactly.
Hey man, don't you call that man Charlie Chaplin? He don't remember no. He don't remember
Sunday afternoon at the movie theater. I remember
for a nickel.
Okay. So
yes,
we wasn't bombarded with information like what Ghetto talking about. We weren't bombarded with information or news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then, like Vision said earlier, it ain't even competitive no more because I don't give a damn if you watching. I almost start naming channel. If you go to this one that's deemed as conservative or over here, or whether you go to this one that's liberal that's over here, the only thing they do is tell the truth about each other. They'll tell the truth about each other, but in the midst of that, they saying the same shit. The same stories every hour on the hour. It recycles and it repeats and it starts all over 24 hours a day. That's why that industry is dying in a lot of ways. And what else it can do, as Ghetto was saying earlier, it can have you depressed. You be sitting around and wanting to drink bleach and don't even know why. You've been went to the kitchen. Hey man.
I don't recommend y'all trying that.
You've been went to your washroom, your laundry room, and then went to your kitchen and poured up a big ass glass of bleach and be like, oh well, let bottoms up, and you don't even know why.
With a side of Tide Pods.
You're so wrong, but you're right. You're so wrong, but you're right.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Family, we got to find something to be happy about again. We have to encourage one another. Look, man, I'm telling you, one of the best ways to do it is what my brother here did. My brother to my right at the top. Not my other brother down here, Ghetto. That's going ham. That's going full-fledged. When you take all of this love and community from the doggone virtual world and build it in the physical world, that is how you change the world. That's how you change the world. That's how you let all these people who've been typing in the chats and doing this. Hell, my Renaissance grandma went here. She went.
Yes, she did. And showed out and showed up.
Come on, bro. You tell Mama, I wish you would come up here for a few minutes before we leave. I really do. I know you probably busy. You always working. You ain't even got to be on the camera. You could just talk. But I would love for you to come up here because not only what Vision did, your presence, other people that came, Fed Up American, Dan H, wasn't the Irish prepper there? Who else was
Prepared Irishman, Hudson Valley,
Prepared Irishman,
Bushcrafter, Triple Threat,
Gina versus Gina.
Gina versus Gina. Yeah.
Gina versus Gina. Then Indiana Jackson come.
Indiana Jackson and his family came up. Yep.
Mad Shad.
That's what. Come on, man.
Yep.
Man, you, bro. Not only did you inspire me, you gave me a sense of responsibility because when we get back to the States, hell, I'm trying to be like my younger brother up here. I'm trying to pull something off too. We get people together, man. And I might
See,
not have his youth and his strength, and my knees bad and my back ain't as strong. But shit, it's possible.
watch this, Ghetto. You ain't ready because number one, you never had vice grips to turn the channel because the channel knob was plastic, and that's the first thing to break on the TV. Second of all, you don't remember that at 11:30 when the news went off, they played the national anthem, and then all you saw on the screen was snow. So
yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, y'all know what this is. He done heard me talking before. He done heard me talking.
You know what? You know what?
And he trying to use some of my stuff. Look here, man.
I'm gonna put it out there. When you was born, I was going into high school.
Oh, calm down. You didn't even know what high school was.
You was born in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was born at least 10 years prior.
Don't believe you. Don't believe you. Look here, family.
1963 is a wonderful year.
It was a great year. It was a beautiful year. But
you were nowhere to be found. You were still a twinkle in your daddy's eye when all that was happening in 63.
Hey, well, I'll tell you this truth. I'll tell you this truth. Look here. When I was little, do you know Bert and Ernie were wearing turtlenecks?
Yeah, they were. and slept in twin beds in the same room.
Yeah, they came
a long way. They probably sleeping in the same bed now.
Hey, they were homeboys, but they were roommates. They were roommates. Yeah. Gee, Bert.
Ernie.
Well, I'm happy to say I'm the young, handsome one up here. Just saying. I ain't even got to wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom yet. Shoot, I'm good.
Well, your time is coming, and I wish it upon you.
Just keep living. Just keep living. It's going to happen.
There you go.
I hope it happens. I hope it happens, you know. Yeah. But
I ain't going to lie. Y'all see I hit my camera matter of fact, both of them. Soon the vision came up and as soon the ghetto went up. I turned my camera off. I went and pissed real quick. Came back. I washed my hands now. I washed my hands. But that's neither here nor there. The whole point
Erica
is
Taylor, welcome in. Good to see you, Erica Taylor.
Yes. Thank you for being here. But anyway, Ghetto, you were saying something about being in your early 20s. Go ahead, sir.
Man, I wish I was the early 20s. Shoot, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, both of y'all young. Both of y'all young.
Whatever, go ahead. You know what? I'm come on back over in the United States. Come on back over.
I'm in.
You go and bring your birth certificate and your driver's license because we're gonna settle this once and for all for the world to see.
Hey, I'm proud of you, bro. You look good for your age. I mean, you still younger than me, but shit, excuse me. You still look good. Oh, handsome self with your paper sack self. Because you know more paper sack folk. Yeah. Oh, light skin, but you still
don't
handsome.
Hate, celebrate. Don't hate.
I ain't hating. You're just handsome. I love it.
6'3" of nothing but milk chocolate. Don't worry about it. Don't hate it.
All right, y'all are making me feel kind of weird up here. I'm just saying.
Hey, it get weird. It get weird.
A little bit too much brotherly love up in here.
When it's uncomfortable, you know you're in the right place.
There you go.
I'm just saying, it's all about the 80s, baby. It's all about the 80s.
Yeah.
Just saying.
By the way, speaking of age, young man, what was you finna say? You were gonna say something, young sir, about something.
Oh, I was just gonna veer it back. You know how I always do. But what's the point of prepping? I mean, what's the point of prepping if you ain't got nothing to prep for? You know what I mean? Because I'm prepping for my children's future, for them to be happy, not for them to just survive and live in a bunker eating fucking beans. I'm preparing for myself and my family to be happy when shit hits the fan. I mean, it's gonna hit no matter what, regardless. I mean, it doesn't always have to be nuclear and all this other stuff. Stuff's gonna hit. I mean, it's already hitting. You know what I mean? It's already hitting a lot of us families out here, and regardless of where you're at. But if you can't hold on to that happiness, that twinkle, that whatever it is, there ain't no point. I mean, you may as well do what
Exactly.
Jay says: start drinking that bleach. Because I mean, what's the point? I mean, really, what's the point
Yeah.
though? You know?
No. That's real, and that's something. That's an element that I've heard Vision touch on a time or two, and that's my sentiment exactly. Because if you prepping, what are you prepping for? Ghetto, I tried to put that up there every time you put that in the chat because you put it in there 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
But it is I equate it, I juxtapose it to now I had days where I didn't feel like getting out of bed, where I
Yep.
was just so
oh
whatever
yeah,
life done did what it did is hard on. By the way, everybody who coming in, man, y'all share this live out, even no matter where it's at. Ghetto came up here late on purpose to try and
Yep.
stretch it out.
what you mean
But
late? I'm early. This like halfway through the show. What you talking about?
whatever. We finna go. We finna go. But y'all share this live out, man, because I think this is important and valuable information. But you know, we all go through things and we deal with things and we experience things. But the point is, the only time people don't get out of bed is when they feel like life ain't worth living.
Right.
What the hell you prepping for if you feel like it ain't gonna be some joy at some point on the other side of that, man?
Right.
That's what this man's saying. This is a
That's right.
big deal, y'all. I mean, even with everything, you think it's easy. I'm gonna tell you 2 things is real hard in life, and I'm gonna shut up because I want to hear both my brothers' perspective. 2 of the hardest things in life is to plant seeds for trees that you know you will never sit under the shade of the trees you
Yeah,
plant. That's one.
Yes.
The
Yes.
other one, number 2, is to be able to sit in place and teach others in areas that are uncomfortable, difficult to discuss, difficult to talk about, difficult to teach, and difficult to bring people together with regards to. You
Yeah.
think that man, you think Vision Preparing is just elated about talking about stop the bleed and tourniquets and shit? You know what comes with that. So in order for you to implement those trainings and that equipment and use it in a real life circumstance and situation, that ain't what you want to wake up on Tuesday morning thinking about. But damn, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to talk about it. Somebody
yeah.
got to share the information. That's the other hardest thing outside of planting something that you know you will never enjoy yourself. And it's not hoping that you need it because the world end and either robots take over or aliens land or some crazy shit. What if y'all just have a tornado and a piece of tin fly off somebody's house and come nick your cousin neck? Or nick
You're
your
right.
cousin leg, or cut your cousin arm or something, or your brother or your sister.
Mhm.
Yep.
Why can't it be practical?
Right.
It get taken too far. Sometimes the over the top stuff consumes it. It get taken too far. Y'all, you might see a wreck on the highway. Vision Preparedness is ready, trained, and able to go over and assist somebody should they need assistance. Why can't we just look at it from that point of view and whatever crazy stuff, if the grays come down and the green people and I don't know, maybe some real strong squirrels start lifting weights,
What?
like damn, it gotta be so outlandish, dog. Just let it be useful, real life experience. I'm tired of y'all. Y'all talk, man. I'm gonna shut up.
Ah! But he's right. He's right. You know, and you know, I don't prep to survive. I prep to thrive. To give
There you go.
myself and my family the tools necessary to continue life as normal as we can. You
Yeah,
know, without worrying about not having or not being able to do. Okay, so the lights go out. Okay, so the
yeah.
lights are out. Okay, life goes on. What do we do? Okay, Go pull out some solar generators, hit the backup generator, do what we got to do, and let's keep it moving. That's the thing, bring it down. Like Jay just said, it ain't got to be nuclear and the aliens. It could be a tornado. A tree falls on the crib, or the squirrels finally think they got enough of their boys that they can overtake the house. What you gonna do?
Shit, they finna be in some gravy. But yeah.
My the squirrels I got out here, I got red squirrels that the smallest squirrel probably weighs 3 or 4 pounds.
Damn. Ooh.
They be out there in the backyard playing football, slamming each other into trees, running up and down, jumping off of trees. It's crazy.
That's them Don Moo squirrels.
That's the shit. Hey, I'm gonna say this. It's a party at my house and everybody invited. Let me get some big ass squirrels. Cause I don't see, we got a gray squirrel. I ain't never had no red. So I would love to partake. But I'm gonna say this, man. If y'all ain't never seen this book right here, if you never read this book, I'm encouraging everybody to get their hands on it. Check it out. Parable of the Sower. It is so it's a deep book. By the way, that's one of my favorite authors and Afro fiction writers. I would encourage everybody to check that out. I've probably reread it about 2 or 3 times, and even now and again, I almost read it as an anthology because I go back to different chapters and make reference and whatever. But
you say Afro fiction?
Yeah. Octavia Butler is she's an Afro futurist writer, and she wrote a lot about what we would call currently sci-fi and stuff like that. I just really encourage everybody to check that out. I ain't gonna get into her other books, but y'all really should check her out. But I'm getting ready to wind down, man.
Hold up, I'm not trying to let you keep going long, but
I don't believe you. Go ahead.
No, hold on. But before you shut anything down, I'd like everybody to send up a prayer for Stardust 2. She's going through it right now. I just want her to know if she listening in the background, we got love for you, man.
Absolutely.
I hope you get better.
Hey, much love, Starduster. For sure.
And Dan H, check your text message, bro. Please. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he was trying to ignore you. You just called him out on the live stream. Now he got to look at the text message.
He has to ignore you. He has to.
It is what it is. I don't get in grown folk business.
He got to. He ain't got no choice. That's
my guy.
I know I skipped over a couple chats, but I'm getting ready to wind it down. But look here,
Nicole Marie, good to see you. Welcome in, Nicole.
Oh, Nicole Marie, what girl? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. You sure better. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Look here, man. I gotta see y'all be talking about y'all struggles and stuff. And Fiona is over here. Not only does she travel all over Africa, South Africa, Tanzania, different places, because she's a travel vlogger. Fiona, please drop your hashtag so people can connect with you. I'm gonna say this too. She said a monkey tried to open my door. The nerve. Y'all don't understand. Do y'all y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
I'm blasting. Man. I'm shooting something. I'm gonna try to get up in my house.
Man, I'm telling you, when you can walk out the next morning, you can tell when a baboon done been like up on your porch. You can tell when they done hopped over the whatever. Maybe they just don't mind barbed wire. I don't know what it is. It don't hurt. Maybe it don't hurt their little hand feet. But they'll get in there and mess up stuff, put misplaced stuff. Sometimes they steal, sometimes they don't. It's just like y'all don't. Yeah, okay. Some of y'all know what it's like to see squirrels, deer, whitetail, different kind of animals that's domesticated to the States. Let a monkey get up in your
Right.
let a monkey be on your porch and shit. A baboon that can and will fight your ass, and he's strong. That man, look, I ain't gonna get into that. I'm finna
I
get ready
wish
to
the
wind
monkey
this here.
would. I ain't never seen. Never mind. I'm not gonna go down that road because I don't want you to get.
I agree,
I don't want
man.
you to get democratized. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Let the monkey have it.
Hey, bro. I didn't even like most of our chat, most of our lives in other countries. This ain't even monetized, man.
Right.
This ain't even
Yeah.
monetized.
I
We just get
don't want
support from.
YT to come over here whipping your legs. Bend
You
down that
sure? Because
road.
you can go and say you
Can,
can go and say what's up, Canadian.
Canada
Canadian,
John.
what's up? Canajon, welcome in,
Yeah. What's
Canajon.
going
How
on,
you
bro?
doing? How
Good
you
to see
doing?
you.
can y'all kill him?
Thank you.
I mean, can you know put him down or trap him or anything like that, Jay?
A machete.
The baboons.
A
Man,
machete.
hell no. I mean, you could. I mean, I would.
I mean,
I
it's
just.
illegal over there. It's illegal over there to take them out.
Oh no. I mean, it depends on the circumstance. It's less like in the
Man, I
states.
wish I would see a monkey try to fight me. Boy.
I can see Vision over there in the fetal position.
Oh, don't you believe that? Look, it would be
You
the
know this.
closest thing right here. That boy right here, this would be the backup.
You know, most of the time they'll dip out, they'll leave you alone. They just when you come up, they'll scatter. It depends on where you at. But
I've
as
seen
far
a
as
lot
like
of
coming in
videos
your
on it.
property, most of the time if they hear you or see you, they'll move around. But if I was in the I don't it depends on the circumstance because they move in troops. They move in troops. They move in really big families. They move in troops. And sometimes you see a solo, other times whenever there's one, there's more around. And if there's more around, they watching. And those are the ones who can kind of I can't explain this African life to y'all, man. I'm doing my best, but it's hard, family. It's hard.
Right.
Uh
Fiona said they
I
stole her shoelaces. The hell?
let's see. Short of a monkey sitting
That's
on
crazy.
my chair and the baby's playing under the covers. They don't because they don't think about it the way we do.
Right.
It's different. It's different, man. It's a whole different life. And then, but that ain't the most trippy part for me. The most trippiest part is when you get outside of certain parts of populated areas and um to this day, nothing has like few things. I got about a top five, but seeing uh a couple 3-4 giraffe walk across the highway and bring traffic to a standstill is probably my biggest thing because I'm used to seeing deer in East Texas. But what's up,
Right.
Educated Natural? How you doing,
Yes,
10?
indeed.
Welcome
Two
here,
times
family.
5. Good to see you.
Y'all got
Uh,
baboons like we got meth heads, huh? This is everywhere.
more.
He said more.
More. It's more. It's more, bro. It's more of them than it, man. If you go to any of the national parks, they do come over into especially the rural areas, and they'll do their thing. But one day, me and April was sitting on the porch. We talked about this in a couple of lives, man, a while back. But uh, on the perimeter of our property, we were sitting on the porch, and this huge baboon male jumped on the wall and hung out for a second because we had a whole lot of papaya trees and
Mhm.
avocados, and they would
Mhm.
come get those mostly at night or in the evening. But this was broad daylight. It was during the day, and he was just sitting on the wall doing his thing, and then he just walked off. And this bat had to be every bit of maybe 60, 70 pound male baboon. Uh, huge. Yeah, huge. And April kind of froze up and she looked at me and I was I was trying not to laugh, but I was just patting her on her hand like, babe, just chill out, it's fine. And he just walked along the perimeter of the wall and then he went around and he left. Cause I had seen him before. That was her first time ever really
Right.
seeing him move like that. But
Right.
I feel
gentlemen, do
like
y'all see? Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say I feel like Jay was the one that froze up, and April over there consoling him like it's all right, baby, don't worry, they're not gonna get you.
You know what, Ghetto? If this wasn't a family channel, I'd say I'll say something to you. I ain't gonna say it. Before I let y'all gentlemen go, do y'all see anything in the chat y'all want to respond to? Did anybody say anything or whatever before y'all start talking about y'all channels and we get on up out of here?
Nope, I'm good.
Yep.
Everybody, I can say one thing first. Everybody, please, if you have not, please smash the like button. And if you have not, shared it out. If everybody just shared out this live one time, this would reach a whole lot of people that may need to hear this valuable information that this man been sitting here talking about while he fighting mosquitoes and baboons farting on his wall and all that good. Help a brother out.
Hey, they be doing that though. They be throwing their boo boo at you, man. The monkeys. I heard that's a
No,
thing.
I ain't had no dookie tossed at me yet, but anything possible. You know what I'm saying? The world is full of surprises. Yeah. Not yet. But thank you for that vision. Really, we had a good conversation and to kind of reel it back in. Tonight is a show about nothing. And Ghetto got it. Did nobody else say nothing? But yeah, that's that old Seinfeld action, man. That It's a show about nothing. It's just sometimes it could be about nothing and everything at the same time because when you leave that space open, then you can talk about, do about, be about, whatever. And the biggest message from tonight is don't forget to be happy. Don't forget to be fulfilled. Don't forget to enjoy. Don't forget to find the pleasure and the joy in something. Even though I'm going to let both of these gentlemen speak for themselves, there was a point earlier in the live because we got more people coming in. Thank you, Ghetto, because we would have been gone by now.
Why? How you gonna leave when you got 40 people in the chat, man? I mean, that's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful to your fans. Man,
I'm trying to go chill with the wife. I gotta.
Man, she don't want to hang out with you. This is her chill time.
Hey,
this is time to get away from you.
I'm trying to chill with the wife, dog. Don't speak for tech department.
Look at April. Look at what April just did. Why she gonna put the StreamYard link in there if she wants me to get off of here? Come on, man.
I have you know that I did that, sir. I did that.
Man, you don't know how to do that.
Ain't nobody ask you nothing. Anyway, Vision, sir, Vision, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You got a live coming up here in a little bit because Ghetto.
I do. 6:30 tonight. Eastern Standard.
At what time, sir? What time?
6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
That's 3 hours from now, so we got time to chill, man. Where you go? But you ain't got nowhere to go.
There he go. And Vision gonna be Vision. Ghetto gonna be part of the Hypathon. I hope everybody slide over and support him and everything he got going on. I see the Educated Natural is up in here. I hope she done got settled.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Don't be sensitive, y'all. Before I even start, I'm gonna tell everybody it's parental advisory type of stuff because I'm American. I don't deal with politics. I don't deal with I'm never disrespectful. It's never vulgar like that. But if you old, I'm gonna make fun of you for being old. If you whatever, I'm gonna make fun of that, and we're gonna laugh and just be Americans.
Keep living, young man. Just keep living. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just keep living.
That's it. Just keep living. Wait till you get my age. You gonna see what the world like.
Yeah.
There you go.
You understand me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Vision.
You'll know the struggle is real. And that's okay, because it's called
sure.
life. And nobody gets out of life alive, believe it or not. Nobody gets out alive. Just keep living.
So you say I ain't died yet, so I don't know if that's true.
You don't know. Dead man walking. Who knows?
But I do gotta agree with a man that's 103 years old.
There you go. And proud of it.
For shizzle. For shizzle.
Proud of it.
As the young folks say.
That's not what us young folks say, okay? We ain't said that for like 20 years, man. Folks shizzle.
Well, y'all was young when I heard y'all saying it. But look here. I just want the educated natural said, I know you want to leave, but I refuse to let you go. That is how ghetto be doing a brother sometime. And look here, fam. I'm gonna say this, man. The educated natural, I don't know, man. Maybe I gotta send you some Tanzanian chapati, or maybe I gotta do some y'all. So I done reached out to the educated natural again, and she said she still ain't ready. I don't know something. I can't remember verbatim in the email, but something about y'all not really up to par. And
no disrespect.
Yeah, it kind of hurt, but I'm trying not to take it personal.
Yeah,
because my feeling with her, because we wanted 10 over here for a long time as a Friday fave,
right?
Or a guest or something, and she just, I don't know. So what we gonna do is keep striving to do and be better, because she had us on our channel. I mean, on her channel, but she won't come over here, and it's just like I don't. I mean, it's a little hurtful. I try not to take stuff personally, but yeah, she says just a lot of stuff, and some of it did hurt my feelings. References to people who eat goat and all kinds of stuff. I was like, okay, sis, I feel you. I overstand.
So she won't be bipartisan, huh? She won't reach across the aisle
at all. No, she on one side of the aisle, and the side of the aisle she on, she ain't want to come over the aisles. So I'm hurt, but nonetheless, I'm gonna keep inviting the educated natural to one day be a guest on Friday Fave.
That's it. Just keep extending the olive branch. All you can do. Yes.
I love her. I don't know why she feel the way about us. She do, but
I don't understand it either.
It's almost like how she be going that nemesis in them and all.
Exactly. She try and put everybody in prison for the rest of their life.
For forever. Now,
forever. Right. Forever, ever. Yeah.
She didn't say 6 months or 18 months. No. She was like, well, we finna put that away for forever.
Forever, ever. Right. I had to empty out the Bitcoin vault and beg for a pardon, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm living in a cave now, hiding from you and all your peoples. Wait a minute.
I know. Got folk cashing out 401k so they can pay attorney fees. My goodness.
Right.
I just look. I ain't finna. Man, it's already at 2.5. God dog it! I tried to keep. Damn you, ghetto. Look here, I got to go, man. I got to go spend some time with the tech department. Look here, family. So I'm gonna start with Brother Vision Preparedness, who is coming on later at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gonna get down to my brother Ghetto. Vision, what you got going on? Please let everybody know. And while you up there, both of y'all gentlemen do this. Drop that hashtag BCIAC in the chat, as well as my sister, The Educated Natural 10. Will you please put hashtag BCIAC in the chat? Because even though you refuse, excuse me, you refuse to come over here and you don't want nothing to do with us because you said we smell goaty. Maybe you can. I still want people to know who you are, find out about you, and just because we love Mimi Pendambuzi, that don't mean that you know, whatever. But we love you, 10. So 10,
You do
please put
whatever.
hashtag BCIC in the chat. But Vision, go ahead, brother. Tell folk about tonight, what happened recently, and all the other things you got going on.
Yeah, folks, you know, we got a live going on tonight, and it's entitled "What in the Blue Blazes is Going On?" And
My goodness.
we exactly, we're gonna just talk about a few things and keep it light, but just, you know, some information and just play catch up because, you know, I've been on a what I would call a mini vacation because we just had our very first annual bug out weekend that was massively successful. And a mad shout out goes out to everybody that came out, showed up, and showed out. All of the amazing content creators that taught classes, everybody that volunteered. It was an amazing weekend, and it could not have happened without everybody that participated, whether you were there or you supported us on our channels with donations and whatever. We truly, truly appreciate it. And you know, we got some things, some good things coming down the pike that I'm planning for this year, the rest of this year, and some more stuff gonna get even gooder next year. As my grandmother used to say, it's only gonna get gooder. So
That's
check
what's
us
up.
out if you like. You can check us out, Vision Preparedness, on YouTube, folks. We appreciate and welcome everybody.
Yes.
Hey, thank you, bro, for allowing me to come up here and spend 2 hours and 34 minutes and 15 seconds with you. As always, you know, you and April, whatever y'all need, anytime, any place, all you got to do is let me know.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. No, man, thank you for being a part of the conversation, for coming up, for your contribution, because you made this whole thing better. This wasn't and never intended to be a dialogue of one individual. It's a collective. Same thing for Ghetto. The input, the perspective, like just the way that it's just the way it is, especially on nights like tonight. We're gonna get back to the you know, a little bit deeper content and talking about different subject matters and talking about different things that go like this and go like that. But tonight is a show about nothing. And it's also a show about happiness. It's also a show about fulfillment. It's
Yes.
also a show about being able to unplug, let go, step back, refresh, rewind, and come from a different perspective and a different element after you've recharged. Because as Ghetto said earlier, and as Vision said even earlier than that, when you're a content creator or whether you just not a content creator, look, man, you bombarded with news and information and overwhelming circumstances that can make you make life decisions you really don't need to be making. For one. For two, you really don't need to be making, period.
Right.
So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to my brother. Man, this guy. That's the only reason we still on, y'all.
Look,
This guy
y'all, I'm
right
here
here.
for the people. Look, I'm here as a representative of your chat. They do not want to see you go. I don't know why you got to be so rude and act like you got things to do. The people want you to stay. That's all. I'm just here as a representative. And I just want to let 10 know that I
Go
can't
ahead,
be a
bro.
subscriber because they over here just told me what you was about. So I ain't trying to go back to prison. I mean, I ain't trying to go to prison. Hold on a second.
She don't play, bro.
10, I subbed up to both y'all's channels, and my son don't know it yet, but I think I may actually go live tonight right after Vision's done. And what that means is I'm gonna bring my son. See, I use my it's kind of like a reward to my son. He be doing real good in school and stuff. You know how your kids want to
Good.
do what dad does,
Yep.
you know.
That's right.
And he does that in all the other aspects of my life. But when it comes to YouTube, I've been dogging him out because it's like, man, it's too doom and gloom on YouTube. So that's kind of why I kick back on the lives. But we gonna play some games tonight, man. We're gonna play some games. We had a cool thing going when I was doing that for him.
Yeah.
Folks
cool.
would come in, and,
Yeah.
and I'm not soliciting for my son to get money. I'm just saying that folks would come in and hit him with a game. Basically, folks would buy him a game, and then we'd do a review on it and play with it. But this conversation tonight, you know, Jay, I appreciate you because this conversation that y'all was having, it really does have to bring people down to earth and remember why you prepping. And that's why I started doing my lives with my son, is because he's the reason why I prep. He's the reason why I'm why I do what I do, is so he doesn't have to struggle as much as I'm struggling, but so he could be happy with his children or whatever it is. So we're gonna bust out some games tonight. Again, it might not be everybody's genre, but if you could, you know, just come slide through the chat and just say, "Hey, what's up, little ghetto?" That means the world to him. He sits there, you know, he's 11, so he sits there and counts the viewers. Like, "Ooh, Dad, we at 17. Ooh, Dad, we at 50. Ooh, Dad," you know what I mean? Like he just gets excited. So really, you know, it may be boring to some, but you know, help little dude out, because that's what it's all about. Is, you know, lift up our youth, and that's it. And it is family friendly. It's not ghetto like all the other lives. It's very family friendly. But yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna say 5 o'clock my time, and the only time zone that matters. I'm gonna set it up right now as soon as I get off of here.
Oh, your time zone's only time zone in the world. Okay.
It's the only time zone that matters, man. West Side, baby. Come on now.
You for all that, man.
Come on now.
Nobody asked for all the extras.
The real time is right in the middle, baby. That's Texas time. That's that central.
Ain't nobody care about Texas.
Everything on this side, everything on that side. But when you get to the middle, baby, that's where the real is at.
Well, see, that from what I understand, when you're in the middle, that means you lukewarm. And lukewarm ain't never satisfied nothing.
Hey, Vision, ain't nobody ask you nothing with your young self. You don't even know what whatever. We been doing that. We go whatever. Look here. Hey man, I just want to say much love to y'all brothers, both of y'all. Vision.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Miss Nancy B. the Scratcher, welcome in,
Nancy
sister. How
B.
you doing?
Good
We're
to
ready
see
to
you.
wind down. But I want to thank y'all so much for being here, for being a part of this show about nothing. As I close out, I just want to say the world is crazy. The world has been crazy. It will continue to be so. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Everybody from Official J Mill, one of our moderators that was in here. I want to say thank you to Good Eats for keeping us full and sending all these sardines. I want to say much love to everybody who dropped a comment or opinion or quote or anything. Aston85, like everybody who was in here, man. We really appreciate y'all, family. Thank you, and I love you for that. And then to go over to the two people who came up on the panel, Vision Preparedness as well as Ghetto. Look here, man. I can get up here and talk for 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours by myself with my own whatever. But having that added context, that added dialogue, that added perspective is what this show is truly and really about. Thank you, a resilient dad. Thank you, my Renaissance grandma. Mom, hey, I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all ain't been over to Mama Shop yet, if y'all ain't been over there and checked out some, please go over to her YouTube as well as her Etsy and check that out. Shout out Dan H. He got a lot. I can't read all. What's that? Look what happens. Things that are in. Oh, let me put whatever down. I don't know if it's good or bad. I might have to.
You over there being polite to him. He talking about you need to be squashed.
He on the East Coast, baby. Come on.
Hey Dan, check this out, bro. Ain't nobody ask you nothing, Dan. Nobody ask you nothing. Yeah. Look here, family. As we wind down, I'm gonna go out with some zero, but I just want to say, there is no us without you all. Because if ain't nobody listening, we just talking to ourselves. And I really do appreciate both of my brothers for coming up, supporting, adding their insight, adding their perspective. When Ghetto get ready to do this hypathon, I really hope that as many people as possible come over. Everything that he's doing later. After Visual Preparedness, you can catch Visual Preparedness at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can catch Ghetto sometime after that. I might end up catching both of them on the replay because you know what I'm saying, we gonna hang out, have some husband wife time tonight.
Good.
But
as you should.
Yeah. As the young folks say, for shizzle. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go out with some Houston music tonight, man, with some H-Town, with some of that Texas.
Oh, boy, you don't know nothing. You too young when them boys dropped that platinum album. Come on, man.